All right, welcome back to Project Mayhem and a very hot, steamy day in Cookeville, Tennessee. Today we're going to talk to you about building a home gym on a budget. So Will's going to go ahead and read the question.
So the question comes in from @Brusich33. At CrossFit Mayhem, what would be the main essentials if you're trying to get a home gym together on a limited budget?
Before we go into this, I'm going to use the disclaimer that I'm a rogue athlete. But we talked about this before. It wouldn't matter if I was a rogue athlete or not. I would tell you to buy rogue stuff because of the quality and just the customer service, how fast stuff gets there. You're never going to have to worry about your stuff. We said my first thing I would go with is a rogue bar. You can't skimp and try to find a cheap bar. You're going to have to end up in the long run, you're going to have to buy another one eventually. So you might as well go ahead and buy a rogue bar. For powerlifting or Olympic lifting, it's a good bar. And it's got a warranty on it, lifetime warranty.
And I've been at places like, I remember one time I was working out somewhere, the place will remain nameless, and I was deadlifting and the entire collar fell off. Yeah. And so not only is it, you don't have to replace it, it can be dangerous. Right. If you're taking weight overhead and something screws up the bar, collar comes off, weight's coming down on you, you know.
One of the things I'll say is be patient with this whole process. If you're going to buy something new, buy it from Rogue, okay? Everything's got a warranty. They're great. All the products that I've had from there are awesome. Now, a couple options if you're going to decide not to buy something new. Craigslist. People are always selling exercise equipment because exercise equipment is weights and things like that are a lot of times an impulse buy for people that don't stay in fitness. So you can find weights on Craigslist. Yard sales. Cookeville was one of the largest places in the world for yard sales. There's yard sales everywhere. And then in the newspaper. Those three things, if you're looking for used equipment, are good places to buy them. One of the other things we talked about was bumpers. You don't have to buy bumpers all the way down to 5s and 10s. Get some 45s, some 25s,
and start using metal plates. Metal plates are a little bit cheaper, a little easier to find secondhand. Right. Metal plates, people get rid of all the time. People use them for doorstops, so you can find metal plates pretty frequently. The next thing was, instead of kettlebells, I like kettlebells, nothing against kettlebells, but a dumbbell you can use for dumbbell workouts, but you can also use as a kettlebell. So a dumbbell or sets of dumbbells, I believe, is a better purchase than just a kettlebell.
Right. The next thing is a pull-up bar or rings. Okay. Let's talk about how big your budget is. If you've got in the budget to buy a pull-up bar and rings, do both. If you don't, pick one that's most affordable. Rings are a lot of times much more affordable than the pull-up bar. I'll say this though: if you buy a brand new Rogue pull-up system, P4 system, it's cheap and it's really, really good. It's durable.
All depends on if you have dedicated space for it.
Correct.
If you're just trying to throw stuff in the corner and not realize it's there until you're ready to do a workout, rings may be a better option. You can hang it from a tree, hang it from rafters, whatever you need to do. But all right, this isn't our second take. Will didn't get rid of any old video footage and the video stopped. So we're not 100% sure where it stopped, but we think it was with dedicated space. If you don't have dedicated space for your gym, you're just throwing stuff in the corner and then pulling it out when you need it, I would say rings are definitely your option. But if you have dedicated space, a spot on your wall where you can put a pull-up bar, the Rogue P3 or P4 system is very inexpensive. I can kip on a P4 no problem. We can do bar muscle-ups. You can do just about anything on it. It's really cheap actually for the quality you get from it.
If you're doing your gym in your garage, one of the things you're going to need is a floor. You can go to Tractor Supply Company or any place like that and get a stall mat. This weekend regionals, some of the mats where you started and stopped were stall mats. They're great. They're about $45 for a sheet, and you can get 6 or 7 of them and be golden in your garage in space. So
next would be a medicine ball. You can make a medicine ball if you had to. You can take a old basketball, drill a hole in it. Will said he did it with a funnel, put sand in the medicine ball, and then plugged it with tire plugs. But a Dynamax ball is, if you're just getting one, it's not that big of a deal, $100, whatever. But like Thomas said, don't buy everything at once.
I even got my basketball at Goodwill. So when you really talk about budgets, yeah. So
yeah, that's fine. Last thing, jump rope. Jump rope is one of the ultimate.
Cheap. Don't skimp on. Don't get just a plain, rubber or plastic one, you're going to go through 5 or 6 of them.
Yes.
You might as well get the SR1 from Rogue or any of those that Rogue sells.
Correct.
They're just a good all-around jump rope. It's going to last you a long time instead of having, when we first started, we had a bunch of those just crappy jump ropes, and they were crappy jump ropes.
Exactly.
Right.
The one piece of advice I'll give is, like we said earlier, you're going to watch the regionals on the computer, you're going to watch the CrossFit games, you're going to watch all that stuff, and you're going to get really excited about CrossFit. Don't be impatient with buying stuff. Look around. Hunt of the different things we talked about and find the best deal. If you're going to buy something new, no question about it, go to Rogue, get whatever you think you need new from there.
If you're buying new, don't skimp on price.
Correct.
You might as well pay for it because in the long run it'll pay off.
Cheapskate always pays the most.
And just another thing, like, keep your eye out. I mean, I saw just today Rogue put up that they're selling all the old stuff they use from regionals on Closeout's page. So if you want good quality stuff, you can get a little discount there and, save some money and still get the same quality stuff.
RogueFitness.com. Yep. All right, keep the questions coming. # CFProjectMayhem.